You are listening to Wolf Trader Radio. This is your week in review for February 10, 23. This was a choppy week for financial markets. The Fed made comments that the deflationary process has begun and caused short-term volatility in markets. The S&P had a choppy week lower. The S&P is showing its first signs of weakening and is likely in a short-term topping process. We forecasted a medium-term top around this period. The Wolf Spread Trader is now changing its perspective to a more bearish tone. Natural gas continues its long descent lower. We are tracking this with the BAT Trader. The BAT Trader enters a trade on a stop order breakout. The BAT Trader now shows a reversal at 3.34 or higher. The current projections put a reversal in the middle or late February. We are waiting for a breakout on this system for confirmation. A natural gas breakout may coincide with an S&P sell-off in later February. Gold showed a choppy week lower this week. The Fed juice and quad lunar cycle are both in a sell. We have warned about gold since the beginning of the year. Gold was in a positive seasonal to start out the year, but that is likely over. The Jupiter and the Saturn cycle are both in a long-term bear market. Gold has likely resumed its multi-year bear market. The Wolf Spread Trade has done an excellent job of tracking the long Bitcoin and short gold trade since January 10, 23. Gold is a fan favorite among investors to keep in their portfolio, but I want people to be aware that the odds favor a move lower in the coming years. Keep in mind that gold can be a choppy market, so even if the bear market has resumed, it will be a stair-step move lower rather than a plunge. Also, watch the Japanese yen as it tends to track gold. The Fed juice did a solid job of tracking both silver and gold lower. The Fed juice on silver is in a sell since December 15, 22, and the Fed juice on gold is in a sell since February 1, 23. The gold miners Fed juice went into a sell on January 25, 23. There is an interesting phenomenon that tends to occur, which is that big moves usually tend to break in the direction of the Fed juice. It can look like nothing is going on in a choppy market, and then the big move comes with the Fed juice. So keep an eye on that. Oil and gasoline are moving into positive seasonals from now through early March. February is one of the strongest months of the year for oil. The Fed juice on oil went into a buy on February 9. So there is a chance for oil to move higher. The Canadian dollar remains one of the best trading vehicles in our service. The quad lunar and the best RSI are working as a dynamic duo in trades. The Canadian dollar had a nice long polar R-squared trade on Friday to close the week. It reversed short on Friday. We have added the best RSI trading system to all charts now. The following symbols are covered: copper, silver, gold, corn, natural gas, oil, US dollar, Canadian dollar, British pound, euro, Japanese yen, Australian dollar, Bitcoin, Cardano, S&P 500, gold miners, Apple, Tesla, Broadcom, Caterpillar, Bank of America, VIXI Volatility, ARK Innovation, SPDR Biotech. The best RSI had notable trades this week in copper, corn, Canadian dollar, Australian dollar, S&P, and Bank of America. Tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, we will host a webinar on the best RSI unicorns. In this webinar, we will address key questions such as, what are ideal symbols to trade with the best RSI across the last decade? Which symbols trade best to the long side across the last decade? Which symbols trade best to the short side across the last decade? Which symbols are consistent unicorns that have traded well both on the long and short side in the last decade? The webinar will be archived on Sunday, February 12, 23, on Patreon and the members area of the website. See you tomorrow at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. The Polar R-squared had another solid week of trading. We discuss the live account auto trading and Polar R² in detail each week in our Zoom meeting at 8 a.m. The Zoom meetings are open to the public. You must be on the email list to get an invitation, and replays are posted on the website later in the day. You can sign up for the free email list at www.wolftraderfutures.com or www.fedjuice.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend.